Hello, this is the Excel video to go with descriptive statistics. I'm not sure how great this is going to be because I'm on my home computer. My home computer has Excel 2007, and I know in class we use 2013, and 2013 is the version that the packet was based off of. So I am going to kind of just show some things in Excel. Hopefully it's general enough that it works, but I just want to kind of go over some things. So with the first homework assignment, and I'm not going to look at the camera much because I'm looking at papers, but with Excel you had to add charts. So anytime we type in information, so if I just typed in some colors and then gave it some numbers, so let's go 3, 4, what just happened? Oh, I don't, goodness gracious, forgot to put my number lock on. 3, 4, 5, 8. So I just typed in some numbers. If I highlight all of this data and go up to insert, I can put in some different types of graphs. So I know we did a pie graph on with that first assignment. You can click on these things. It's really nice in 13. You just click on things and it will let you add labels and that kind of thing. With 2007 you have to right click and select data and add labels and that kind of thing, but you can do more things with 2013. So if you just if you double click on one of these things in 2013, it pops up on the side and asks you how you want to label it. So definitely go into that, play with that. One thing to always remember is you have the back button. So I don't remember what I clicked, but something about the labels. Let's say I don't want those numbers on there. If I click undo, it goes back to the way it was before. So don't ever think of, oh my gosh, I hit a button and it's bad. That's all right. You can always change it. Yeah. So oh look, there's percents. I just clicked the button, and this is how I learn things usually on a computer. I just start clicking buttons and see what happens. We can change the chart, so I could change this to a bar graph. See what happens. Now I have a bar graph. We could change the colors. Pretty exciting. So just different things you can do with the graphs. So that play with it, because that's going to be the easiest and best way. Anytime we have homework that deals with Excel, you will be expected to turn in an Excel file. So if I was done with this, I would want to save this file and then submit it on Blackboard with your homework. Okay, so you do have a homework set of homework with Excel for descriptive statistics. So I'm just going to go to a new sheet here. And it talks about for 2011, find the mean, median, mode, 25th percentile, 90th percentile, max, min, and range for this data. So, if I were you, not that you have to, but I would put this, information in. And I'm not going to put it all in, but I'm going to put some of it in. So, Kentucky, Michigan. All right, so if I just put these 4, except 5, I don't want to give you the answers, but Bama's got 28,000. Illinois has 61,000, I think. 33,000 for Indiana. Kentucky's 18,000, and Michigan 52. All right, so if you're going to find your mean, I'd say I'm going to put the mean right here. So formulas. Here's the average. Average means, right? I can also I've used all of these recently. You can also find them. These are all statistical pieces. So under statistics, there's average. So if I hit average, now do I want all the way to 6? No. I only want through B5. So B1 colon B5. You can type it in that way. You can also just highlight the 5 and it'll automatically put you in. Ooh. I don't want it to add, but you can highlight them also and that will work. So I'll do that for the next one. So I hit OK, and boom, the average of those 5, this is not your answer because I'm missing some states, but the average for those 5 is 38.4. If I want to find the median, I'm putting the label so that the person grading this knows what my numbers mean. Okay, so the median, it's not under here. I have used it recently, but let's find it under the statistical. So I go down, they're alphabetical order. There's median. Click that. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the 5 that I want. See how it just put it in there for me, B1 to B5. I click OK. The median is 33,000. And if you put these in order least to greatest, 33,000 would be in the middle. Now I'm going to jump ahead to percentile, and I'm going to do the 25th first because this I think is really interesting. So we want to go down to percentile. And this one just says percentile. In 2007, you have percentile INC and percentile EXC, where it's included or excluded. You should get the same answer no matter what. The difference is included includes 0 and 1, right? Those are the outsides of percentiles, because right, percent can't be bigger than 1. We're talking about percentiles. You can't have more than 100% of the people in the room. So, and EXC is excluded, meaning you don't count 0 or 1, you only deal with the numbers in between. We're only dealing with 25 and 90%, so either one should work. But if we type in percentile, now array, that means this, right? The array is what cells do I want to use. K is the percentile. Well, I want 25%. That 25% is 0.25. Make sure you change it to a decimal. Big issues if you don't. So when I hit OK, boom, my 25th percentile is 28,000. So if I want to do my percentile of 90, right, now I can go to recently used, because I've recently used percentile. I want the same set of data for my array, B1 to B5, and now I'm going 0.90 for 90%, and there it is. Okay, so that's kind of how you would work through those. Mode, max, I think max and min are both under auto sum. You'd find mode under the statistics. It's down there, there's the mode. There's the min also right there in max. So that's kind of how you will go about using Excel for that. Now, for that assignment, part 1 and 2 say find these, and you also have to do it for the percentages, which type them in, do the same buttons. Number 3 says create the Excel spreadsheet. If you do it all in Excel and you don't do any of it by hand, I'm totally okay with that, because we're working to use Excel. And don't forget to write about it, what you see. All right, on the back side, we have the carbon dioxide emissions. Per capita is talked about again there, so make sure per capita is per person. One thing that I want to show you, let's pretend for this one that I just want to add Alabama and Illinois. So I want to add these two numbers, B1 and B2. I can just type into this is the function bar, right? You always start with equal if you want to find some answer. I could type in B1 plus B2. Notice how when I hit those buttons, it kind of highlighted those cells. When I hit enter, boom, it adds them together. I can also I can divide. I can equals B1 divided by, not B18, B1 divided by B2. Enter, boom, it'll divide it for me. So if you want to do just some basic division, don't feel like you have to have some big fancy formula. Just use the normal ones. You know, I could take, always start with an equals. I could take B4, it'll tell me what it is, and I could subtract B1. Boom, there's my answer. If it's negative, notice I'll give me a negative. So you can punch in basic stuff. Again, some with the formulas, play with them, because the more you play, the more you comfortable you feel with them. Page layout, you might want to change the orientation to landscape depending on what things look like, change your margins. In page layout, this is something that I really enjoy right here, the grid lines. When I print out things, I like to see my grids. You know, you can see them easily when you're working on this, but when you go to print, that doesn't have any boxes. So you just go to page layout, and then you can print the grid lines. That also helps you see, so this dotted line is also where the page break is. So you can, see how far you are to fill in the page. This symbol button here is math, so if I would click on this, it would allow me to put in some funky things. You know, I can do exponents or whatever. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, change colors. 2013 is a little bit different than 2011, but it's pretty similar. Similar enough that hopefully this video at least helps you a little bit kind of get through that. So if you have any questions, let me know.